Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I'll be giving my MLB DraftKings picks for Wednesday, August 16th. We've got a 9-game main slate on for this Wednesday. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so just looking at pitcher today, up top, leading the pack, we have Yu Darvish getting a matchup against the White Sox at home. I really like Yu Darvish today, but there's no way I'm going to be rostering him today at 13,700. I just think that's too much. And the value today, I'm not seeing a ton of value hitters or value pitchers, so I think it's going to be really hard to play Darvish today. Maybe if value opens up when we get lineups out, then maybe I will play Darvish, but as of now, just looking at projected lineups, I'm not seeing a ton of value hitters that I can pair with Darvish, and then value SP2s. I don't like the value tier SP2 at all today. I think Eduardo Rodriguez would probably be the cheapest pitcher I would possibly see myself playing today. So I just don't think you can fit Darvish in at that price. So I'm not going to be on him. But I do like one of these guys in the higher tier, one of the 10K range. Just looking at pitcher, I think if you want a guy that has 30 DK point upside, I think you're going to have to pay up. I just don't think any of the mid-range or value tier pitchers, I don't think any of them really carry a ton of upside. There are some guys at the mid-range that I like that are definitely can get me 20, 25-ish, but if you're looking for 30 plus from one of your pitchers, I don't think you're going to get it in the mid-range or value tier. So the one guy that I like in the upper tier that I think definitely has 30 DraftKings points potential, not named Yu Darvish. Obviously Darvish has a ton of upside, but I just can't pay that price for him. So I'm going to be looking to go a little bit cheaper, get a little discount, 2,600 off of Darvish. And I really like Carlos Carrasco today at 11,100, getting a matchup against the Twins. There's definitely some strikeout potential here for Carrasco. The Twins, they do have a lot of bats in that lineup that will strike out. Although their lineup is very imposing, they do have some good, powerful bats through there. Just looking through their lineup, Miguel Sano, one guy that stands out to me, has a really high K rate versus righties. Brian Dozier is a very powerful bat, but he will strike out. Rosario, Grossman, a lot of these guys will strike out. They do have high K rates. Byron Buxton, he has a very high K rate. So there are a lot of strikeouts throughout this lineup, and Carrasco is getting treated very nice from Vegas today. He's a minus 168 favorite, and the Twins only have a 3.9 implied run total right now as I'm recording this video. So I do like Carrasco here. He has faced this Twins team already once this year. Got pitched 6.1 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run, got 7 strikeouts, finished with 26 DraftKings points. I could easily see him repeating that stat line today. He definitely has 30 DraftKings points potential here. We saw in his last game really showing his strikeout stuff. Got 10 strikeouts in his last game against the Rays. I believe I was on him that game. Pitched 8 innings, only allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, finished with nearly 40 DK points. So Carrasco looked really sharp in his last game. I'm thinking he's going to be able to continue that today. Like him today at 11,100. I like the discount that you're getting off of Yu Darvish. I just can't pay that price tag for Darvish, so I'm going to be looking to go a little bit cheaper today with Carlos Carrasco for 11,100. And then for my SP2, I don't really like the mid-range or value tier today, but there are a couple guys that I definitely could see myself playing. And one of those guys is Charlie Morton at 8,300, getting a matchup against the Diamondbacks. I really like this spot for Charlie Morton. If you look at the Diamondbacks splits versus right-handed pitching in the last 14 days, this team, they have been striking out a lot versus righties, and they hadn't really been hitting the ball well either. In the last 14 days, they're striking out 25.1% of the time versus right-handed pitching, and they're only hitting a 225 average versus righties and a 305 WOBA, which is towards the bottom of the league. So this is a good spot for Morton. He is a guy that is just really consistent. You rarely see him get blown up. In his last 10 games, I believe he only has one game under 10 DraftKings points. Just looking through his game log, it's so consistent. 23, had that bad game against Cleveland, only got 7, but 19, 17, 21, 13, 34, 20, 18, 13. So Morton is definitely consistent, and Morton does have strikeout stuff. When he got those 34 DK points against Philly, had 9 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts against Toronto, 6 against Texas. So Morton definitely has K potential here. I'm expecting 20 plus DK points from Morton, and if I get that for just 8,300, I will definitely take that. I like that value that you're getting off of Morton. He is a lot cheaper than he has been in his last few games. He's been 9,500 in his last 2 games. Today against Arizona, only 8,300. So nice little discount you're getting on Charlie Morton today. So I like him as my SP2 for 8,300. When we go with Carrasco and Morton as our two pitchers today, we still have about 3,800 remaining per player, which can be worked around. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there aren't a ton of value hitters that I like today, but there are definitely some spots where I can take a one-off or two. Just looking for guys that are a little bit underpriced. But the first guy that I like today, not going to be a value play, more of a mid-range, upper-tier play. It's going to be at first base. You can also play him at third base. But that's Joey Gallo at 4,600, getting a matchup against Anibal Sanchez. I absolutely love Joey Gallo here in this spot. I think he's pretty much a lock to hit a home run here. Anibal Sanchez, the dude is just not a good pitcher. He gives up a ton of home runs to lefties and righties, and he gives up a lot of hard contact. So this is a great spot for Joey Gallo. It's a great spot for the Rangers. They're probably one of the best stacks today. I honestly think you can take them over some Coors bats. I was looking at the Vegas totals, and they have a nearly higher total than the Rockies do. Right now, as I'm recording this video, their total is at 6.1 runs, which is just insane. The Rockies at 6.4, so that's crazy. The Rangers nearly have a higher total than the Rockies in Coors, so obviously you want to take advantage of that. It's going to be hot in Texas, and we know when it's hot in Texas, the ball will fly to the ballpark. So love Joey Gallo today. Just looking at Anibal Sanchez, like I said, the dude's not good. A 364 WOBA to lefties, a 2.11 home run per 9 to left-handed hitters, which we love when rostering Gallo. If there's one thing that Gallo is really good at, it is hitting home runs. The dude's just mashing the ball. I believe he has 33 home runs this year. So he's in a great spot here to take Anibal deep. If there is one thing that Joey Gallo will struggle with, it is striking out. But Anibal only has a 16% K rate versus lefties, so he doesn't really strike anybody out. So that's great for Gallo. When lefties are putting the ball in play versus Anibal, mostly medium and hard contact, 52% medium contact and 30% hard contact. So I absolutely love the Rangers today, and I'm going to be looking to get a piece of their offense with Joey Gallo at 4,600. Absolutely love him today. Think he's pretty much a lock to hit a home run here in this spot. So if you're looking for a mid-range play, first base or third base, I like Joey Gallo for 4,600. And then my final two plays are both going to be value plays. We only have about 3,700 remaining per player after we plug in Gallo, so going to be given two value plays. And my first value play that I like is going to be at second base. That's Logan Forsythe at just 3,400, getting a matchup against Carlos Rodon. I really like Logan Forsythe today, just looking for value at second base. Forsythe is a guy that does hit lefties well, so he is in a good spot here. Carlos Rodon, a very good strikeout pitcher, but he will still struggle with hard contact and with home runs. So far this year to righties, 334 WOBA to right-handed hitters. And he does give up home runs, a 1.8 home run per 9 to righties. But the one thing that does scare me when taking guys against Rodon is the strikeouts. Rodon is a very good strikeout pitcher. He has a 28% K rate versus righties, which is scary. But if Rodon isn't striking people out, then he's going to be giving up a lot of home runs and hard contact. 51% medium contact to righties and 33% hard contact. So although Rodon does have a very high K rate, he still will get hit hard and will give up home runs. So I do like this spot for Forsythe. He does hit lefties well. So I think you can definitely consider him today for value at just 3,400. The one thing I do like with rostering Forsythe, rather than rostering like Kike Hernandez, is that Forsythe, if a righty does come in out of the bullpen, they usually don't pinch hit for Forsythe. They will let him hit versus righties. But when a righty comes in versus Kike Hernandez, for example, they'll usually take Hernandez out and put a lefty in to pinch hit. So that is one thing I do like. Forsythe usually manages to play the whole game, which is great. Just gets more at bats, good chance to rack up some fantasy points. So if you're looking for a value play at second base today, I do like Logan Forsythe for 3,400. And then my final play is going to be in the outfield. Another value play I like today is Kyle Schwarber for just 3,600, getting a matchup against Homer Bailey. I really like this spot today for Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber is kind of like Joey Gallo in a sense where if he's not hitting a home run, he's usually striking out. If you just look through his game logs in his last 4 games, when he put up 13 and 16 DraftKings points, had a home run in that 16 game, and then in that 13 DraftKings point game, got 1 hit, 1 run, an RBI, and a walk, got 13 DK points. But when you look at the zeros, a lot of those zeros are coming from Schwarber just striking out a lot. 3 Ks, 4 Ks, put up zeros in both of those games. And he's going up against a pitcher today that doesn't strike anybody out on Homer Bailey. Homer Bailey, this dude's just not good. He's giving up a 366 WOBA to lefties, and the K rate insanely low to lefties, only a 13% K rate. to left-handed hitters, which is something I really like for Schwarber. Like I said, Schwarber is a guy that really will struggle with strikeouts. He does strike out a lot, but going up against Homer Bailey doesn't really strike anybody out. So that is great for Schwarber. So I think he's in a great spot here. Just 3,600. Love the price tag. Love that value that you're getting on him. I was looking through the Cubs lineup. There are some cheap bats throughout that lineup. Anthony Rizzo was one guy that stood out to me as being too cheap, just 4.5K. But John Jay, I doubt I'll be playing him at 4.2K. Chris Bryant, I think he's just too expensive at 5.6. If I'm paying up for third base, I'd probably just take Arenado over him. But once you get to the cleanup spot and down, there is a lot of value. Zobrist, he's projected to be in the lineup. He's only 3K. Schwarber, obviously 3.6. Avila, if you need a catcher, I like him at 3.8. So there is some value throughout this lineup. So I'm going to be looking to get some exposure to their offense today with Kyle Schwarber. I think the Cubs are in a great spot here. Homer Bailey, just not a good pitcher. And the Cubs have really started to hit the ball well as of late. I think that's going to continue today. I'm expecting Homer Bailey to really get roughed up. So I'm going to be looking to get some exposure to the Cubs with Kyle Schwarber today for 3,600. And these are my 5 plays for tonight, guys. I went with Carlos Carrasco, Charlie Morton, Joey Gallo, Logan Forsythe, and Kyle Schwarber. When we plug these 5 guys in our lineup, that still leaves us 3,800 remaining per player, which can be worked around. Like I said, I really like the Cubs today. There is some value throughout that lineup, so you can definitely fill out this 5, or fill out the remainder of this 5 with some Cubs bats if you're looking for a cheap offense to target. So you can definitely build a lineup around this 5, or if you want to get my full lineups, then be sure to follow me on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. My lineups are $5 a day, or you can get a week of lineups for $25. So message me on Twitter if you are interested in getting lineups. Or if you just have any questions about the slate, or you need to ask me something, you can contact me on Twitter as well, at the DFS_GOAT. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed. If this is your first time on my channel, please be sure to subscribe. I do upload these videos Monday through Friday, sometimes on Saturdays, busting out a ton of content for you guys, trying to get as many videos out as I can. So if this is your first time on my channel, be sure to subscribe. And after you do subscribe, if you never want to miss out on any videos, if you look where the subscribe button is, there is a little bell icon next to it. If you actually click that little bell, that'll notify you every time I upload. So be sure to do that as well if you never want to miss out on any videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck tonight, guys. Peace.